Okay, we are here back at Pinewood, I believe, where we last left off, just west of downtown Atlanta. Got a little grass strip here. We parked by this beautiful teal house. And yeah, I saw on the GPS several little kind of, I guess, non-commercial landing strips around here, and think we ought to go give them a shot. So, I think in this one we're just going to do a short bouncing around from spot to spot, getting some cinematic footage a little bit, and just enjoying some of the local strips. So let's get right into it. Okay, we are now in the cockpit. Just wanted to confirm here we do in fact have our fuel levels as they were. So we should be good to go there. I believe the left had a little bit more fuel, so we're going to leave it on that one for now. But let's look at these places that I had seen last time. So I want to say they were all south, but they looked... Of course, now I'm not going to be able to find them. It looked like such a good set of... oh, maybe that was it. Let me back up here. Yeah, so there's all these. So I think we'll come down, and maybe we'll pop into this one, and then this one, swing down, and then hit these, go all the way back up here, and then we'll get back on our West Coast trip. So we'll probably conclude here at 0GA7, and then we'll start episode 3 when we're getting some more western progress. So yeah, let's get into it. We are full rich mixture. We got props at 100%, good to go, and let's begin taxing a little bit. I am going to try to, let's see, where we're going to try to get to first here. 81 GA, so let's go ahead and set our active flight plan. Was that 81 GA? No, I can't remember. Terrible memory, just set it and everything. Lucky Laird's, is that it? That is it. Okay, Lucky Laird's landing, and we are at currently 0... GE0? Let's see. It'd be easier if we look at it here. 0 GE0, okay. So we're gonna come back here. Not that it's really a huge deal, but just stay consistent here. 0 GE0 Pinewood, enter. And let's take a nice little outside look. Running here towards the end. So we'll get on those brakes, slide her around here, and we'll pop up a little bit in the seat just to make sure the little bit that we can see is we're pointing the right direction. All right, there we go. All right, so I think we have this set up. Should be good to go on that. We'll keep that going right there. Yeah, one more quick check. Fuel tank selected on left. We got full rich. We got full props. Confirm here. Everything else is good to go. Barometric. Let's just confirm that we are on the right page with that. Okay. Didn't get an indication over here, so. Yeah, I think we're ready to party here a little bit. Oh, flaps here. Let's check. What are we at? 0. All right, we'll do. Oh, my flap. Oh, there we go. Okay. I was concerned my flap button wasn't working there. Okay. We are in good shape to get started, I believe. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I almost forgot. Because I'm always curious. I feel like, okay, so we're basically with no wind right here. Just FYI. I'm always curious because I feel like whenever I'm taxiing, getting ready to take off, I run into the issue of it trying to yeet one way. See right there, it started to go left a little bit. I ended up curbing that, and then it's a little bit of a dance. And once I get that wheel off the ground, it's not too bad. It still does it a little bit, but there we go. Nice and up. Drop the flaps back down. And we are off. But yeah, I always feel like I have to fight it, so I was a little bit curious. I'm gonna do one quick check here. Okay, looks like we are good to go. Wanted to make sure I was recording. I always, like, the first setup, not a big deal. You know, I check it, and we're recording, everything's good, do a little intro, and then after the intro, you know, I'll cut it and do whatever I need to do. But then I always forget, like, I think I start recording, start talking, and I'm like, oh, did I just waste all my time? Did I not actually select record? So we are like really, plane really wants to pick up here, so I'm trying to curb that a little bit. But yeah, not sure. See, again, I'm so unsure of why make sure we don't overspeed the prop, but why our GPS is always now after the update set incorrectly. Does look like we're going to be 2992, so down at about 2,000 feet, which is good with me. We're at a good cruising speed. We're actually going to bleed back the throttle a little bit here, and then we're going to pull this out. Might be a little bit too aggressive. We'll stick it right there. Get a little bit of trim and we'll call it good. All right, starting to trend back upwards. So hanging out at about 2,100 feet, back in beautiful Georgia. But yeah, should be a fun day of landings. Just doing again, kind of a quick run. You know, I don't actually know how long it'll take. I know the last flight was pretty lengthy, but we did change states, took a couple landings, did remodel Grandma's house unintentionally, but yeah. So I know there was quite a bit packed into that one, but it was also a little bit long. So. You know, if there's some really exciting stuff for 2 hours, that's one thing, but that may have been a little long. So my dog, hey, what are you doing? Yeah, are you supposed to be chewing on that? Huh? Are you supposed to be chewing on that? My goodness, these German Shepherds, just so goofy. You are so goofy, dog. Anyways, looks like some pretty terrain over here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Start the yawn counter. No, it should be interesting. I feel like we had some of this terrain yesterday, but I do feel like it was a little bit boring terrain, to be honest. A little bit boring. Like lots of houses, and Atlanta was good. Atlanta was good. It was great to see the flat Mercedes Stadium, but hoping today we get a little more water features, maybe some, you know, a little bit different terrain. Either way, point really right now is to get some landing ins, keep practicing with this. I ran earlier. I think it was an extra 330 or a 330 extra. It was one of the what appeared to be like an acrobatic type plane, and my goodness, landing that so much more difficult. I don't think it has flaps. If it does, then I was unsuccessful in discovering them. But oh, you really gotta slow those things down, and it's kind of tough. I didn't really do a lot to learn the aircraft, to be fair, but you have to do so much slowing down, because I was really struggling with bouncing that airplane. Like, I bounced this one a little bit, but I feel like I can still improve and actually get to a point where I don't. That one is like, I had one, I wouldn't even call it decent, like one poor landing, it just sucked the least. And man, it was tough, but had a great time. It's nice, super responsive plane. If you're doing, like, enjoying acrobatic type stuff, you know, listening to Highway to the Danger Zone, then that's a good plane to use. Definitely a good plane to use. Okay, 81GA. Let's take another quick look here and see what's the name. What's the name? 81GA Lucky Laird's Landing. I love the name. Love the name indeed. Just zoom in there. Okay. Time to start the day off right. Let's see where it is that I'm supposed to be putting this Johnny down in. Okay, so it's supposed to be before, is it right here? Oh, maybe it's right here. I think it, as a matter of fact, I think it is. I think it is. Okay, so it's before the lake. It's definitely back there. Super cool looking place up yonder that I feel like would actually be kind of fun to land, but not an official landing strip. Not even really an unofficial landing strip, although anything's a landing strip if you land in it. But no, we won't bop down in there. Let's do a little low pass, see if we can just feel it out. Still got a hefty amount of fuel, so you know, but this is definitely better as far as that. The approach here, my goodness, it's so much better than some of the ones that we've been in. It seems like a shorter runway, but better approach, definitely a better approach. So seems very short runway. Although we are, I mean, we are really floating her down right now. Let's go ahead and throttle out. I think that's going to be the key though right there. I think, throw the flaps back up. I think that approach is going to be the only way to really make that work. So we are at about 54-ish degrees. So I got the heading set, that way we don't lose our spot. We don't need to climb anymore because we're up and out of the trees. So we're at 54 plus 180, so 234. Is the heading we want to be at to go exactly opposite
500
of where we were at least. But yeah, I think we're gonna get. It's the first one of the day in this plane. To be fair, I did, like I said, fly the extra 300 or 330. So not my first landing, but those were all on regular strips, and those were all like at 40 knots faster indicated airspeed than what we're planning on doing here. So I think we got it. My dog has given up on chewing what she was chewing, so the conditions are favorable. Let's put it like that. The conditions are favorable. Alright, so we definitely went further than we have to for this approach. I think if anything though, that should aid us in giving us all the possible methods for success here. So let's get ready. We're gonna throw one set of flaps to start with. Alright, so we're slowed up pretty good here. We're actually gonna drop one more notch. I don't know that we actually would need a whole second notch to stop in time, but I like the security it offers, because man, oh man, is it not fun to run into trees. All right, here we go. Flare up a little bit. Okay. Oh no, no. Okay, we are back. Post crash. It was unfortunate how that turned out. So we're going to attempt to not do that again. We're gonna overshoot the runway right now. It should be like below us. Yeah, it's the brakes. I really do need to take some time. Maybe after I land here, I'll cut and take a break to see if I can get them as an axis to Give some more modulation, because I seem to struggle. Like, if I'm basically putting the brakes on an on switch, and at the end of their travel they're locking up, like it makes it difficult to work with that. So, gonna work on that. That's my deal that I gotta figure out. And yeah, once I finish that, these landings are gonna be a cakewalk. No, I'm just kidding. Not gonna be a cakewalk, but they should go better. I still, obviously, I mean, I've done it multiple times without that. I've crashed multiple times too, but I have landed multiple times without that ability available to me. So I suspect I can still land it. We're coming here to layered landing field. Now I gotta look it up again. But here we go. We're gonna drop the power a little bit. All right, I see the trees, so we're gonna try to get in as early as possible. Throw another notch of flaps to slow us down here. Flare the plane a little bit. There we go. That's what I see. It can be done. It can be done. That is one of my best landings yet. Beautiful. We're just gonna spin around quickly here. And boom. Just throw the parking brakes on here. And let's see what we got. So we are at 81 GA. Let's go here. Cancel that. Let's go to our origin. We're gonna 81 GA. So we have landed. Lucky Laird's landing. I was unlucky last time, but 3GA5. Let's check that place out. Let's see what it's probably gonna be the easiest. 3GA Diamond R Ranch. Woo! That sounds like fun. Diamond R Ranch. Let's check that out. We'll go back. Come on now. 81 GA. You already know what it is. Lucky Laird's landing. From here, we'll go down to Diamond R Ranch. Do that and that. Money. All right. Cannot wait here. Okay. So we are big flaps down. We're going to go relieve that. Go one notch down. Okay. I should have recorded that one from the outside. That was a juicy. Let me check one thing. All right, we're recording, so we're good to go. Let's throw the brakes back up here. As you probably can tell, we're moving pretty quick, so I did not end up actually messing with the brakes yet. We will do that. Just hadn't done it yet. All right, we are off. Excellent. Flaps are up. And I didn't adjust, like I probably should have, our fuel mixture, our prop speed, but fortunately we were still able to get taken off. In case you were wondering, I did readjust our fuel back down to 91 and 86, I believe, % before starting off whenever I had to come back to land. So we did not gain any fuel. We're still on the original fuel that we had set in place before. So right now burning about 7 gallons per hour, and that's full throttle with the mixture adjusted and the props spun down a little bit. But if we were to sit there and actually bleed this down to about 20, oh yeah, we're Prius mode right now. We got all the fuel economies coming. Okay, so should be coming up. I'm gonna try to favor it to our left side here. Ah, there she be, I think. We're gonna do a little low pass over it here in just a minute. We'll land, and then I'm gonna check our fuel, because I think we're running from the left tank right now, and I'm not sure which one actually has more fuel. We're Not gonna cheat, not gonna use the menu to find that out. We will we'll look at the actual mechanical gauges that have the fuel in them, or the visual gauges, I guess, a better way to describe that. But okay, so just making sure we were slowing down a little bit. Wanted to make sure that the flaps were in fact up. Okay, so we are supposed to be headed straight towards it. Let's try to look over the deal here. So I think it's right in that area. Not sure what direction it's facing. Could be perpendicular to our flight path right now, or it could be this tiny little strip. My goodness, that's gonna be pushing it. I don't know that I got those kind of skills. Let's throw a little more throttle in. Pet the doggeroni while we bank here. And we're gonna actually come back. Make sure, one, that we do believe that that's the landing strip. Because it very well could be something like around there, but that is gonna be a tight run. Okay. So let's see, we're at about, probably gonna be about 200 degrees, so probably 20-ish degrees coming back to be able to, we're gonna do a low test pass, and if we think we have it, we might drop it in first time, or we might decide we gotta skip this one. This is gonna be a tough, one of the most challenging landings I think we will have had to this point. So we are here. Okay. I think we are sort of lined up. Okay, let's, I say that. It's a little bit tough to tell. Okay, I think this is it right here. Okay, so we're gonna go for sure 2 notches of flaps. And I'm not even sure that this is the, you know, like I see I'm not over the landing strip, so this can't be it right here. Is it really gonna be? Okay, so it's not that. But that's what I thought it was initially. And I was like, ooh, dog, we got ourselves 360 no scope trick shot kind of landing here. But where is it? Supposedly we're about to be flying direct over it. With a little bit right justification here. Okay, so there's something that resembles where a plane would go. Where's the actual landing strip? Okay, let's remember our heading. Let's go ahead and dial this in. So we're at 39 degrees, possibly 38 to be 100% accurate. But here's another thing we can do. Actually, I was about to make the turn, and we will do that. We're gonna put the flaps back up here. Try to trim the plane up so I don't have to manually hold it up right now. Okay, let's zoom in just to make sure that we have, a little bit finer detail on that, because that is gonna be tough. Like, I don't think it's the one that I initially thought it was, which is good. But it's also not like it's just gonna be, you know, just a little standard grass landing strip. Okay, we're gonna actually justify ourselves to the right of it a little bit so that we can view it to the left when we get closer. Okay. Is this? No, this isn't it. Okay. And I don't want to go justified too far to the right of it because I still want to, like, have an idea. Is it that dark grass area right there? Because these buildings make it seem... Okay, so we're not heading straight for it, which is fine. Is it that patch? Or is it... Okay, so it's supposedly immediately to our left right now, so it's below us. Let's try to circle this area. I'll remember that house. So we know that there's this farm here. Sure that we don't stall ourselves out here. Okay, so the house is back there. Man, I am not sure. That's gonna be tough. Again, it's supposed to be off our left wing right now, a little ways out, but it looks like forest to me, so.
500.
We're gonna dip down, pick up a little baby amount of speed to do a deep bank. Okay, so I think this is it. This is the original spot that I thought it was. Okay, that's gonna be it. Then we're gonna orient ourselves, like for sure direct opposite of it, maybe 285. Okay, we're gonna try it again. We're gonna try it again here. Let's fix our trim a little bit. Here's that. Goodness, this is gonna be like camping. Intense. If you liked that joke, please let me know, because it's one of my go-tos, and while it's not everyone's cup of tea, I call it a winner. I would call it a winner. See, here's the problem. I am supposedly flying towards it right now. Actually, I'm not. Okay, so it's right there. But there's so many trees. I don't know that I can drop in, land, and stop and not hit anything. But that's, again, like, now that I'm flying over it, it makes it seem like it's not. Okay, we're gonna cheat here. Let's see, right now. That is where it's wanting us to land. And I don't think I got the skills for it. I don't think I have the aviation skills for it. So we're gonna go full throttle so that hopefully this will pick the nose back up here. We're gonna drop off that. So I know there was some to the, yeah, let's go down here, 5GA2. Just let the plane just do its thing, I suppose. 5GA2, enter. Boom, all right. Let's do that. Let's do that and that, and we're gonna nose her down, do a fun little dive here. Meow.
500.
Oh, had a little glitch or something there. Okay, advised aerobatic move? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But gotta have a little fun when you're missing landing strips. I just don't see, for me at least, again,
500.
limited skills here, a feasible way to have made that work. I mean, I hardly could find it to start with. Okay, they seem fairly balanced. And then more than that, it was just like, once I did find it, it's like, how do I manage to land on it? So, give me a little sip of tea here. Drop our throttle down. Perfect. Set our happy selves back in. Looks like we're trimmed pretty close here. Drop our throttle back down a little bit. And oh, it will help if we stay on course. I think we're gonna run just parallel to the course direction. So I don't think we need to do anything crazy. And we'll monitor the elevation change, because we were just down to -300. Now we're bumping back up. All right, 200. Now we're back down at 150. So I think we're good. Okay, so this is supposed to be off to the right. I think that's it, and that is more my speed right there. But we're actually going to save it because we're going to be going to the west, so we're going to check this one out that's supposedly right in front of us. Which, shoot, might be right there. I think it, as a matter of fact, I think it is. And then we will hit that other one after. And I know they're right next to each other, and we weren't going to, like, hip-hop. But literally, the only goal of today is to really bounce across some different airstrips in this little area, because there are so many, and really want to improve. I mean, as you can see, like, I think that last landing was pretty dadgum good. It was not bad. So I think that, by the way, is one of the strips. I don't know that I got that one, Chief, but no, one of the goals of today is to actually get some good off-road or off tarmac landings, and I think these are going to be some of the ones that I tried to do that with. So let's do that. We're going to see if we can do a very, very short approach here, and if not, that's okay. We can always go around. Oh yeah, I think as slow as we are right now, I think we can do it. It's a little bit marginal because those trees are coming up. Nope. Okay, see, now that one I gotta admit, I gotta take responsibility for, because I wasn't even on the brakes. I was really trying to get aggressive with letting the nose sit so I could use the brakes. I didn't even make it that far before wrecking. Okay. Oh, wrong pedal here. So, a couple things. Fuel's been adjusted. Everything's back as is. So we are still on the same set of fuel. But I got brake modulation. It was super easy. It was left and right brake axis. Set them to the same thing. Bada bing, bada boom. So I'm using a set of racing pedals because this is all mounted in my racing simulator. But so I just use the brake pedal, and then I use the gas and clutch as rudders. But we are going to make it happen this time. This is it's gonna be the one. We are set up for it now. And honestly, we were coming the other way. You know, like, when in Rome, why not just make things a little juicier?
500.
A little juicier indeed. We'll come down here, and we're gonna try to land. We're gonna try to land and not crash in the same spot. So we are back down at 7 GA9. We will check the details on that. Okay, so we are. There we go. There we go. Okay. Aha! So it's gonna be very tricky. Okay, there we go. It was just in the nick of time, but the key word there, in the nick of time. So we got it. Okay, so that was much better. Those brakes, way better to use. That is, that's gonna be muy helpful. Throw the mixture back up, props back up. I, taking off to get set back up here, learned how helpful it is actually takeoff-wise, really, to have these things set up correctly. So that's good. So yeah, we are down here. Let's check everything out. Let's check everything out. Set the parking brake real quick. All right, flight plan. We are at 7 GA9. Cute little strip. Just FYI, GA9, Smithson Field, and we are going to go over to no. Let's zoom in a little bit. 5 GA2. So we don't actually have to put it in, but I am curious. 5 GA2, Lions Landing. All right. Lions Landing, we are on the way, partners. All right, so parking brake is off. We are full throttle. And we are ready to rumble. Oh, a little bit of stutters here. A little surprised by that. All right, let's make sure we're balancing out everything. Okay. pull up. Forgot I am like lots of flaps, but that's okay. Got the flaps turned back down here. All right, now let us go back. 5GA2. Okay, so it's over yonder, over to our west, and I think. Okay, so it's just southwest of the water feature, which is right there. We see that. So let's pull back on the throttle here a little bit. Just okay, I see. Let's see, which side do we want to land from? I think that's got the slightly heavier tree cover, so we're gonna come in from the west. All right, okay, so I'm already a little more amped up. Pretty exciting with the brakes being how they are right now. I am really enjoying that. So we're gonna lean things back a little bit, cut that back a little bit, and cut that back a little bit, and we are good. We actually could go a little more lean. Okay, I think we got what we need, and we're slowed down enough, about 80 knots indicated airspeed. That's kind of like, for me, the butter zone of getting things started. Like when you're up over 100, which is really like fast cruising speed, it gets a little, not dicey, but like your runway really starts to decrease. Okay, so we're coming in a little hot. We may have to bail out here and do a little go around. But until we get down, I think we got it. Here we go. Oh, might have waited too long, but let's see here. Fortunately, lots of power to power out. That was a bad call. That was just a terrible call on my part. That definitely waited too long. Definitely didn't get the right approach. Everything was wrong with that. That was just bad piloting. Bad piloting indeed. And I find this a lot with sims, right? So with racing sims, the same way. Like if you're doing any competitive racing simulators, like iRacing, Assetto Corsa Competizione, and R-Factor, or whatever, I find, myself included, obviously, this has now happened in Flight Sim right before our very eyes, is when the consequences are only restarting, or, you know, losing some I rating, you know, losing some safety rating. If you're unfamiliar with iRacing, those are the metrics by which you're kind of judged. So you increase licenses by your safety rating and your participation, and you increase how good your competition is by doing well and increasing your I rating. It's skill-based matchmaking, more or less. So, but what I find is, like, when there's no sense of real danger or real risk or loss, I find that the level of risk that people are willing to take is significantly increased, right? Like, if that was real life, probably wouldn't have had that approach. Probably would have gone several miles out further and not even put myself on the spot to have to make that call unrealistically last minute in the first place. But because there is no, like, tangible risk, it was a like, oh, nah, it'll probably work. It'll probably work, right? It'll be okay. Worst case scenario, I'll just restart for the 800th time. So it's we definitely gotta start taking that up, maybe a hair more serious. But here, I think we are on the right path. So we are dropping speed. Yes, I can already see a massive improvement based on the brakes. It also helps with taxing. So, like, right there, for example, normally I would have to go full brakes, and, like, with these load cell pedals, you're hammering down on the brakes. But when you can just do, like, a little baby brake, you know, like, you're not going full brakes, it is so nice. So nice to be able to just like slow down like that instead of, you've probably seen where I've been like sending the back end up a little bit because of the brakes. So very nice to be able to do that. Super awesome place here at Lion's Landing. So yeah, that is awesome. 5GA2, Lion's Landing. Let's see here, right? Oh yeah, Lion's Landing. Okay, so I think that concludes the southern, or at least the southeastern ones. So we've done 81GA, 3GA5, and 3GA9, and 5GA2. We have been all over the place, which is cool. Super cool. Now we're gonna head over to 8GA8. Let's see here. Destination 8GA8. Falcon's Airy. What a fun name. What a fun name. Okay, yeah, we're gonna head straight over there. Looks like a pretty close deal. So we're gonna go max mixture, max props, full throttle, get this puppy turning. We've already done a notch of flaps, which you may have seen while I was in the exterior view. We're just gonna sit here and work the nose a little bit, make sure that we're not doing anything crazy. Plenty of room. This has been like this airport, this is my kind of landing strip. Plenty of space. All right. Okay, so very, very good. We are on the way here to ye old. Now I forgot it. Something Airy. Awesome name, Airy. Let's check it out. Active flight plan. Falcon's Airy. There we go. Gonna go. Pull that out, lean her down a little bit, bring you back a little bit. Okay, not too bad. Drop this down to about 20. Wondering if I should lean it out anymore. We're up at 7 gallons, which is a little strange. But that's okay. I guess we're into a slight, like a majorly slight headwind. We're pretty high now, almost 2,000 feet, and we gotta figure out where we're landing. So let's do that. Let's drop this down to about 10 and figure out what is going on here in Georgia. Not seeing it on the MFD yet. Of course, I'll probably see it on there as I see it in person, but that's okay. It was okay in person. What a funny thing to say when you're doing Flight Simulator. Anyone interested in the Tokyo Olympics? I have not been watching as much as I should. Although I hear it is one of the lowest years for viewership, so I apparently am not alone in that kind of deal. But okay, so it's going to be a little off to our left, and it looks like the approach is actually a southern, north to south southern approach. Looks like it's going to be a little tricky if all this cloud cover continues. Bump ourselves up to 15 on the Manny. Let's see here. I'm wondering if this is it right here. I'm thinking it is. But I'm thinking I can land that. So let's break off north, because if it's a bi-directional field where we're able to actually take off and land in either direction, what we'll do is we'll land going south and take off going north and head up to our northern counterparts on the airstrips. Really having to trim this thing up. I mean, I know I don't have a ton of throttle in it, but still. Alright, that's good. Normally we turn left. Let's turn right here to turn around. And normally we do a low pass, and we might here too, we'll see. Gonna be a little more deliberate about not doing what we did last time, where really I should not have waited that long to commit or not commit. So we're gonna back this throttle way down, throw down a notch of flaps. I think we got it. I will say, since doing that brake controls change, the plane has been staying upright on its front wheels much better. So it seems to me what's going on, or what I've found these last couple landings since I've had that switched, is the elevators are still controlling the plane's pitch, even on the ground, but the brakes are definitely controlling the rate at which it's slowing down, which is as intended. So like, there we go, there we go. We are getting much better. We are improving. And that little, like this right here is one of the greatest aids that I have had in changing that brake over to an axis instead of a toggle. Is like the turnaround before it was just full brakes, and as soon as it would slow down, then it would kind of whip around, and now I have a little more discrete control. And like right here, like not full brakes, but we still stop the plane without doing one of these, you know, head bobbers. But man, we're improving. We are improving here. We got a good looking airplane. We're taking off and landing at some cool places, getting better, starting to see some results. Let's do a little fuel check here. So we are, so hard to tell, but I'll do a little test on the emergency use. Okay, all right. Okay, just armed. Looks like we definitely have more in the right tank. We're gonna switch over just to make sure things are balanced. There we go. So it should be consuming from there. And let's take a look at where we're going next. So we are getting close to wrapping up here. I think we're gonna go 27 GA, and then we'll hit 0 GA7. And yeah, that's what we'll do. And then we'll call it a day, and a good day of flying. We've had plenty of wrecks, more wrecks than usual, I would say, although we've done more landings than usual as well. But the benefit is that we will, I think, be improving. Let's see, let's just do this. 27 GA, Wilson International. That's kind of surprising. We should be improving because we have the better brake setup now, which is good. For sure, the better brake setup. We have more practice now, and just overall, we're just getting better, just improving, which is exciting to me. I mean, maybe not exciting in general, but it's exciting to me. So, let's get this bird off the ground. We are landing flaps, pulling up, and we are off and away. Get up to 1,500 feet here. We are no flaps, and off to the races. So we'll do that. lean her out a little bit. Drop the prop RPM so I don't overspeed it. And head up north here. I think it's only 5 miles away, so should be pretty quick to get up there. But man, this is fun. It's admittedly substantially more enjoyable when the brake issue is fixed. That, like, it's not that it was the worst thing ever, or unmanageable, but it is better now. So, I think we're gonna see a massive improvement in my performance, at least, on landing, which is gonna be good as we get into these more difficult landing areas. So, we'll keep on keeping on here. We'll make it over to Wilson International, and yeah, we'll hit up Wilson International. Then we'll go up north of there to the 0GA7 location, and yeah, enjoy a good day of general aviation flying on the sim. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that and call it a day. I do think I'm gonna do some on-air stuff at some point. Maybe more tailored around literally monitoring and working with on-air, actually operating within it, just because I really enjoy the service. I think it's awesome. Like I said, I like the business side of it. I've been bad about consistently being on or finishing some of the missions, but I believe we're still profitable. So I haven't sunk it, considering, or you know, I haven't sunk the company, even considering I have been out of town multiple weeks for work and not being able to actually give it a ton of time. So that's good. And you can make it much more automated and self-sustaining. I just, again, busy with work, trying to do this and get some videos out, and you know, trying to live some semblance of life. So we're gonna, like I said, keep on keeping on. It looks like this actually it might be a little more official than I thought. Out to the port side here. So that is, okay, so water feature, it's really close. Oh, there it is, right there. Right there. I was about to say, it's really close to the water feature. Let's come in over the water. Let's make that choice. We're coming in over the water. So we're gonna bleed down to about 10 on the intake manifold. We're gonna go one notch of flaps. We're gonna go one notch of flaps. Keep diving a little bit, because we should be at 90. Yeah, we were at about 90 on the descent, which means when we start to level back out, we'll be back up around 80, which is where we need to be. And yes, all right, it is in view now. We're gonna drop her down even more. Oh yeah, this one's gonna be pretty juicy. It looks nice and smooth, but really short. So we just threw another set of flaps at it. It's gonna be nice and short. My goodness, this is gonna be tough. But you know, getting a little cocky with the recent development of the brake axis. So let's see how we do. Let's see how we do. This is I don't think there's any way that plane that's on the runway, right, or on the little side area there, is taking off from this airport. I don't even know that I can land here, and this plane's kind of meant for it. Okay, drop in between the trees and put her down and brake. Come on. I should have been recording for that one. Should have been doing the landing recording, because man, we are right here. That was, woo! That was intense. We're gonna brush through that little tree bush there. And heavens to Betsy. Okay, so what you're probably used to seeing is this right here. This right here. Okay, but where we are now, because we are advancing in society here, is just a little bit of break, just a little bit of break, and we're stopped. So gentle, so gentle. So we're gonna take full advantage of the fact that this is a tail dragger and we can do these super sharp turns here. Looks like we got the little taxi man here. We got the staff. Much appreciated for all your help. I don't want to smack you with a wing here. We're gonna actually go out. So we got one more spot. Hey! Goodness! Dude's got a death wish. Alright, here we go. Should be able to do a quick little swing around with my fancy brake axis now. Alright. So that's going to be the takeoff, which should be cool. Should be cool. So yeah, let's do that. We are going to actually record it this time, contrary to our previous faux pas, and we are going to head up north to the last location here, 0GA7 Hickory Level Airfield. Let's do it. Let's get serious. Throw the mixture all the way lean. Okay. We have takeoff flaps. We're gonna wait until we're right about here and then rotate straight up. Got up and over the trees. Threw the flaps back up. Get some of that speed that we lost in the takeoff. That's a tough spot right there. That is a really tough spot right there. That is a steep take. Like there ain't no way that TBM or whatever was at the airport is taking off in that spot. Because sure, they may have way more power than this little plane, but they are much heavier. But what do I know? Maybe that's like, maybe that's totally a thing, and I'm just crazy because I'm not a professional pilot. I'm not even an amateur pilot, to be fair. I'm just dopey guy, sim flying it up, enjoying the sights and sounds here in Georgia. So it looks like we're gonna get to go over a little bit of water here, or maybe not. It might be right before the water, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Looks like it's right off our left wing. Maybe this area right here. So let's bleed the speed down, like way down. We're gonna leave the mixture rich right now, just because there's no sense in, if we're doing some longer flying where we really want to start improving the fuel economy of the airplane. Like I'm all about it. Just right now, not necessary. Okay, so that might be it, but I don't know. I do not know. Let's see. I think I'm flying. Oh no, I'm flying west. Need to be flying south. Oh, and it also might be back there, now that I think about it. Okay, let's just dip the nose down. The trim on this plane's a little, it's not bad. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not entirely used to it. I think over in all that green pasture is gonna be where we need to be. So we're gonna just bank the plane, put it on follow mode.
500.
There we go. Really turn her in, and there we go. Almost a little bit too much, honestly, which is okay, because now we're gonna see, I'm 99% sure that's actually where we wanna be. So that's where we're gonna be. Makes it look like it's in between two water features, which is cool. Oh, I think the water features are right there. All right, yep. gonna come back here and come in for our final landing of the day. Money. All right, we are ready. We got our flaps down, 2 notches, just for the extra stoppage here. Still got a little bit of throttle input, just a little bit. I think idle's about 5 on the manifold intake pressure, so, which is what I'm assuming that is. I keep saying that. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I could be 100% wrong. Probably am 100% wrong. All right, let's just. So this is, there we go. It is just miles better with brakes like this right now. I like night and day. Right there, for example, like could slow the plane down without tipping the front nose down. Just beautiful. Love it. Throw these babies up. Go park over here. I was gonna say park over here by the house. Looks like there might actually be some water over here, so we're gonna spin around. We got all this field to play in, so we're just gonna enjoy it. But I think there was a building back yonder there. So let's just go. Taxi. We're gonna full throttle. No, I'm just kidding. We'll stop that right now. Stop being ridiculous. One of my favorite things to be. Alright, so we'll do a little bit of brakes. Ah, yes. There we go. Okay. Okay. What a day. What a day of flying. That was super fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Let's check the fuel. So we're at 79. Oh, they're pretty even. 79. This one's starting to bleed down because I think we went. Did we go back to the left tank or no? Okay, so we were trying to catch up with the right tank. So, so just to confirm here, we're at 79%. Yeah. Okay. Cool. 79% fuel. Got to hit up some of these Georgia small strips. Weren't able to hit that one, and we crashed a couple times. Okay, so that's just the facts, unfortunately. But that is okay. Still had a really, really good time flying around. I think next episode we're going to go west and try to at least hit Alabama, and we might not do a ton of landing and taking off in Alabama. I mean, we'll see. I think I'm gonna try to find a couple landmarks in Alabama, whether it's Birmingham or maybe Barber Motorsports Park or a couple of those. We'll check those out and then probably head out. I know I've done a lot of these grass strips, which is fun. Like, this was a really, really good exercise. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think I'm starting to actually see improvement. I was a little concerned that I was just going to forever suck at landing these tail dragger planes, but since that seems to be improving with some practice, we are going to try to get over to Alabama, hit a couple waypoints, then keep going into Mississippi, which should be pretty interesting. And then once hitting Mississippi, not sure if we'll do anything specific. I might fly over this Mississippi bridge that I always cross over when I drive to and from Texas, but hit that, keep going. Louisiana, we might actually hit Shreveport, maybe in New Orleans, Nolens, and then we'll probably take a stop there. We'll probably take a stop in Mississippi, to be honest. It just depends on each of these since the plane's fairly slow. But yeah, be looking out for that. We might actually do I got lots of ideas, as you can tell. Be doing maybe a time lapse from here over to Alabama with some actual slowed down, like real-time footage, some of the waypoints. Then another time lapse over to Mississippi. Again, maybe a little bit of real-time gameplay there, and then over to Louisiana, and then maybe we'll take some time to explore Louisiana. I've been several times. Some of my family members are from there, so I am fairly familiar. But even that being the case, maybe we'll do that, and then to Texas, which naturally is my favorite. So we will head over to Texas, and don't know how much we'll actually explore. We may do the big sites, you know, the Dallas and Fort Worth, and maybe down to Austin and San Antonio. But yeah, we'll just see, and then we'll decide where to go next. I'm not gonna overcommit past Texas, because I'm not sure what direction I want to go. If we want to head up north a little bit, or if we want to head straight west and cover the massive expanse, which is West Texas. But yeah, enough of me rambling. Hope everybody enjoyed. I certainly did. We're improving. It's a lot of fun doing these grass strip landings, you know, scoping them out and getting some of the intense moments where we're heading straight for a tree and we barely make it without hitting it. So if you enjoyed, continue to watch and tune in. There will be more content, and as always, we'll have a little landing, maybe a little landing clip here at the end, some cinematics. So enjoy. See you next time.